Yo, we back, and when you look, man, let's just jump right on into it. In a world where giant African land snails are spotted in Florida, the whole county is under quarantine from the large giant African land snail. Come, are you kidding me? Is this news? It says this snail is known to eat at least 500 different plant species. A portion of Florida County has been placed under quarantine as the state officials work to get rid of the giant African land snails. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services said Tuesday. The quarantine comes weeks after the state officials found the snail in the in the Miramar area of Broward County. Giant African land snails are considered detrimental to agriculture, I'm sure. And the snail is known to eat at least 500 different plant species that are deemed economically important, including uh, breadfruit, cassava, coca, papaya, peanuts, rubber, and most varieties of beans, peas, cucumbers, melons, plants of hort- horticultural or cultural and medicinal in value, according to the United States Department of Agriculture. So it says under quarantine rule, it is illegal for people to move the giant African snails from the impacted area without an agreement and placement. People are not allowed to remove affected plants, soil, yard waste, debris, compost, building materials from the quarantine area, according to the Florida Department of Agriculture. It also goes on to say that state officials will use the pesticide metaditrin to treat the area as it is approved to be used in a section of vegetables, crops, fruits, and some plants in residential areas. People given in the designated treatment area will be notified by state officials at least 1 day in advance before the pesticide treatment takes place. It says mitohydrin, which is later on going to be if you suffered from any adverse effects from mitochondria, please contact this number. You may be entitled to compensation. But anyway, it said it works by disrupting the mucus production ability of snails and slugs. So next thing you know, y- your girl ain't gonna be able to get your dome right because she ain't gonna have no saliva. That's what's gonna happen. You got to put two and two together. Okay, this reduces their digestive and mobility, and it makes them super susceptible to dehydration. Now they saying when you go to get some poo poo nan nan from your boo boo, it's gonna be desert dry. That's what they're telling you right now. This is how we get to that movie. Remember that movie where they don't touching sex because there's so much stuff going on? They gonna dry
Right.
them all. They drying it all out, and it's all gonna be memory. But anyway, snails and slugs have eaten mitochondria often seek hiding places and become inactive and begin to die within days. The giant African land snails were first introduced to
Wow.
They were first introduced to Miami in 1966, and then by 1973, over 18,000 snails alongside their eggs were discovered and destroyed along with, well, according to the USDA. The snails were declared eradicated twice in Florida, first in 1975 after being spotted in 1969. Dang, it took y'all 6 years to get rid of them, guys?
I think this is really called the Cuban giant snail.
Straight up.
The 1960s, the 50s, immigration from where? Africa to Miami?
No, wasn't happening.
I don't remember that.
Wasn't happening. The giant African land snail isn't the only pest harmful to agriculture. Oh, you want to tell us about more? Scientists in various state agricultural departments urge people who come across the spotted lanternfly last year to squash it because of its harmful effects on agriculture. The
Yeah,
spot,
where'd that come from? That don't ain't no place in they name.
nope, nope,
Okay.
mm-mm.
Must not be Africa.
Yeah, because hold up, no, the spotted lanternfly originated in Asia.
So why ain't it the oh, I forgot.
You
We
can't.
asked everybody to stop saying Asian in the names of insects that were killers because it might make them get mugged, attacked, hate. Remember that?
Yeah, but that don't happen when it's black people, though. Huh? It don't happen when it's
No, no,
African.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
not at all.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services did not immediately respond to ABC's request on how many miles of the area were placed under quarantine and how long it would last. So, what do you take from this article? That if you're black, African black, then you're a detriment to agriculture and you need to be detained and eradicated. Boom.
Bam.
That's it. See,
That's it.
propaganda not only propaganda comes in many forms, people. See, this is an adverse article about the detriment of blackness on society, basically. No matter
Bam.
no matter if it's a slug, and whether it's bees, you know, whatever. If it comes from Africa, it's terrible and we don't need it and it should be exterminated and eradicated immediately for the greater good of
Look, look.
society.
And it always hold on, and it always got an extra word on there too. It's never just African, the African land snail. No, the African giant,
The
the
giant
African killer.
killer bees, the killer ones, the ones that kill you.
There's always an extra on it.
Yeah, and it's always detrimental too. Giant meaning big, out of control. They need to be corralled, need to bring the heel. You know, those giant African Negroes.
Mandingos, warriors.
Oh, didn't even think. I didn't even go there because it got to be giant if it's coming from Africa, huh?
You come on now.
Got to be, huh?
Got to be.
It got to be giant, huh? All right, okay. I get y'all. Y'all just be telling on yourselves, man. You tell it all out, man. You don't leave nothing to question, huh? All right, y'all tell me what y'all think about it. Is you scared of giant African land snails coming to a hood near you? If y'all scared, man, get prepared, man. So next thing, I guess we're gonna be in famine because it's just too many African land snails, huh? Just there's too many giant African land snails. We ain't got nothing to eat now. That's
And we need to quarantine you Africans because you're bringing it over here
oh yeah,
too.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Don't
Hey,
forget
hey,
about.
you darky. No, no, I'm from here. No, 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 you're an African.
Oh, so this is the Africans getting smacked around a little bit in the propaganda too.
Hmm.
Why y'all cozying up to white mommy and daddy thinking it's all good. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm emoji, foji, and scourge about being on code, but I got another more important for words before I leave. Go ahead, give me a subscribe if you're live. Give me a like for the spike in the algorithm. Give me a comment, all your vomit and your words you heard. Then I need you to share if you're there. You might ask where, and I mean over there to them other platforms there, buddy. Now, thank you for your time. Watch out for them giant African land snails.